Good Tuesday to you. I'm Storm Team 9 Meteorologist Patrick Ellis here with your ENC Weather update for this March the 11th, 2014. Overall, another beautiful day across Eastern Carolina with blue skies, sunny skies, warm temperatures. Man, it got up in there quite warm today. We were talking about that potential possibly getting near 80 degrees today. Some areas did top 80. It even exceeded that a little bit down in New Bern. 81 was the high temperature today at the New Bern Airport. Most areas today mid to upper 70s. Tomorrow, I think we still make it to the 70s, but the problem is we're going to have clouds, showers, and wind in the forecast, and then the cold air comes rushing back in here by Thursday. Still some interesting modeling as we head into the latter half of the forecast period. We'll look at all of that here in the forecast update video. Here's some of the highs from today. 81, like I said, in New Bern, 79 Kinston, as well as Greenville, 77 Ahoskie, 74 out of Swan Quarter, 67 was the high today at Morehead City, 62 Hatteras, 79 Jacksonville. So quite the warm day here across eastern North Carolina. Currently still hanging on to a lot of 70s across the board. 75 Greenville as well as Kinston. 70 at Jacksonville is currently 72 New Bern, and 62 as you head down towards Morehead City. So still quite warm here across eastern North Carolina. Live Viper 9 is keeping it clear across the east tonight, but later on tomorrow, going to be a different story. We're watching these two systems that will be coming together going into tomorrow. You see the one system down here towards the south, and you see it fading away there, and the reasoning why is because all the energy associated with this is getting pulled up towards the north, and we've been talking about that happening the last 4 or 5 days. How the southern stream energy was going to pull it up to the northern stream, and that's what's happening as we speak. And by the time we head towards later on tonight and into tomorrow, we're really going to see that happening. But the leftovers of this system will be moving towards us tomorrow. This system comes into play as we head into tomorrow evening. But kind of giving you an idea of what's going on. Rain showers through Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, and also into the panhandle of Florida and up to the north. This is the system that's going to take over. See just a little band of rain and snow up here into Iowa and also into Nebraska, sneaking into Kansas at this point. But you see the winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings stretching from the winter storm warnings are stretching from Chicago all the way back over into the Green Mountains, the Adirondacks as well. Very nasty system expected for them. Some of those areas could see upwards of 6 to 8 inches across the Rust Belt, and then back up into the mountainous portions of New York and Vermont and Maine. They could pick up well over a foot in blizzard-type conditions associated with that as well. Here's a look at the precision forecast model for us, and we're not expecting very much in the way of changes in our forecast. Overnight low temperature is going to drop into the mid-50s inland. Coastal areas a touch warmer. The clouds will be on the increase late tonight. I think mainly after midnight. I think the cloud will stay with mainly clear skies through a good chunk of the morning time, the evening hours tonight. Then we head into tomorrow. The rain chances will be increasing later in the day. I think mainly after, say, about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. That's when we get a good dousing of rain chances. That's going to cool down the atmosphere to start. So temperature is going to hold somewhere in the low 70s tomorrow, upper 60s, low 70s. We may get a little break here by the afternoon hours, and if we have any sun breaks here or there, would not be surprised if the temperatures boost up a couple of more degrees. Then the frontal boundary pushes through here, so there's going to be two waves that goes on here. We have the one that's part of the southern stream system. The northern stream system brings in the cold front, but the winds are also going to be picking up through the day tomorrow. Lifestyle forecast in the orange category for school day, running, and yard work. It's pretty much a no-go for the yard work. Rain chances and warm for running. If you go out in the morning, you may be able to get away with it, and late mid-afternoon, you may be able to get away with running tomorrow, but midday, late in the evening, maybe not so much. Umbrellas will be needed at the school bus stop tomorrow. And boating, it's a gale watch, so high category for you guys out there. Here's a look at the long-range precision forecast model. Here comes the frontal boundary. Pushes through here, and the temperatures tank. We've gone ahead and took the temperatures back down into the low 30s, at least for Thursday morning. But look at what happens. We don't make it above the 44, 43 degree mark on Thursday, and the winds are going to be howling out of the northwest. But at least we'll have sunshine to contend with through the day on Thursday as well as Friday. Saturday morning, some clouds start to build back in here. I think we'll go with partly cloudy skies on that afternoon. Once again, the winds are really going to pick up tomorrow. Here's 3 p.m., and you see the winds anywhere from 15 to 20 miles per hour with higher gusts. And by the time we head into the evening hours, the coastal area is really going to get in on this. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the coastal regions get in on a wind advisory. But this is noontime on Thursday. The wind's still out of the northwest at this point, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour. Remember, the highs are going to be in the low 40s, low to mid 40s, so it's going to make you feel even colder than that. Then the temperatures and the temperatures tank through the overnight hours of Thursday and into Friday as well, but also the winds come down as well. All right, here's the look at the 12Z GFS run, and looking at this low pressure system, 981 low at that point, closing in on New York City. And man, that's a deep low, and that's going to be a lot of wind coming down here, and that's what we're talking about, those winds being anywhere from about 15 to 20 miles per hour through the day tomorrow. And the frontal boundary crosses the area through the evening hours. I think the moisture is out of here by the time we head into the overnight hours, and you see that the GFS is still printing a little bit of QPF in here as the temperatures and the thickness values start to tank. I think that we don't get below freezing before all the moisture gets out of here, but I do believe that all the moisture is out of here by midnight on Thursday, or just a little bit after midnight, and the temperatures do tank as we head into your day on Thursday. And you see the thickness values, 540 early in the morning on Thursday, 8 a.m., the 540 line well south of the state, and the 522 line in place. Strong cold air advection, and once again, we're going to be dealing with winds in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range, and temperatures in the mid 40s. So it's going to feel like the 30s throughout the day on Thursday. So don't expect very much in the way of variability as far as that's concerned. Then we head out towards here's Friday. High pressure and control will be dry on Friday. And the temperatures will start to come up a little bit. The 540 line makes its retreat northward, the 546 line bisecting the state, and that will afford us probably low 50s on Friday afternoon. So overall, not too bad of a day, and I do believe that we'll stay with mostly sunny skies on that afternoon. Now, Saturday, the GFS is still printing the chance for a couple of showers, so we've reintroduced that in the forecast as we head towards Saturday. But look at the European, and the European has us dry on Saturday afternoon. So that's why we're only putting in low-end chances of showers, but you do see a little stripe of moisture just offshore. There will be a little bit of uplift to work with here, so we'll watch that as we go in towards Sunday. But what we're watching now is this system that's going to be coming down the pipeline. I don't think the models are really handling this very well with what's going to happen next as we head towards the end of this upcoming weekend, especially going into the first portion next week. I do believe that the southern branch gets a little bit more active as you see this huge ridge developing over here in the western half of the United States, and the full latitude trough coming southward again. So there's going to be another shot of colder air. But what's going on with all this energy here in the central portion of the United States? Well, it's got to go somewhere. So what we're going to be watching is how do the models really respond to this going in towards the end of the week. Now, the GFS is not really doing much with that little system that's coming across the flow on Sunday, but you fast forward that out towards Monday, it's got this system kind of stretching across the Gulf, and keeping us pretty much dry, just some cold air coming back in here. But look at the European. This would be Sunday afternoon, and it's using all that energy with that system and developing a fairly stout system across the Gulf states. And that would be moving off towards the north and east. And we were talking about that the other day, and just not a good enough consistency to really see what's going to happen out this far. But needless to say, there's something out there, as you can kind of see here. And this would be Monday morning. That is a very deep low developing there right offshore. That's a 993 low, and then the cold air backing in on the backside of that. And we were talking about this, I think it was on Sunday, when the models were picking up on this. It backed off yesterday, and now it's back again. So we're introducing more rain chances on Monday. The temperature should stay warm enough at least the onset of this for it to be all rain. Now on the back side of it, that's going to be the kicker. What happens on the back side? Because you see here, some of that moisture is lingering around as the thickness values start to tank. on the European model. Now I'll go back over to the GFS and show you that the GFS is not showing anything at this time. It is showing the colder air in place, but all the moisture with that system is well down to the south and away from us. So the GFS has us dry. You look at the Canadian model, and it's a little bit more progressive with this system and gets it out of here, but at least it has that same motif that a system's developing offshore. And that's that would be a Monday evening at 8 o'clock. Now I'll back this up a little bit. You see the same type of scenario. This is Monday morning. You got rain showers and cold air wrapping around on there. So it's similar to the European in its thoughts. It's a little quicker on getting it out of here than the European. But that's something that we're going to be watching over the next couple of days, and how does that progress. But by Tuesday, everything, it doesn't really matter. All the models show everything offshore, but it's colder on the Canadian model. The GFS would trend towards a more normal look as far as temperature is concerned, likely low 50s, and the same thing on the European. So, needless to say, looking out there towards next Monday and Tuesday and even Sunday now, still a lot of uncertainty there to watch, but we'll be watching it nonetheless. Let's just get through this cold snap that we're going to have on Thursday, and then we'll get to that part later in the week. That's going to do it for me here on the ENC Weather Update. You can stay up to date with us, Facebook, Twitter, WNCT.com, and our brand new Storm Team 9 app in the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. Have a great rest of your evening, a great day tomorrow, and a great weather week ahead.